Everyone to a health and education meeting for February, and need approval of the minutes. A motion to do that, please. Mr. Soriano, thank you. A second from Ms. Cook, and all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, and there's none, of course, so we're off to a rousing start. Community care report. Ms. Cook, you and the mayor normally carry the load here. Do we have any particular news? We do have a report in front of us. Don't I have a report in front of me? Well, I do now. I have a report in front of me right now.
Everything's going well.
Are we in good shape there, Mr. Mayor?
We're in good shape. The census is strong. There have been no patient care issues in recent months or longer, and they are strong financially, even though both from the federal government and Medicare rates have been substantially reduced in October. The state of Tennessee has reduced our rates, so the revenues are down, but they're in a position to do well even though that's occurred. They have a good cash position, and they will manage through the downturn in revenue that's affecting the whole industry, healthcare wise right now.
What's the waiting list like?
The waiting, they don't have a strong waiting list, but I mean, they have about 130 beds available, and they run 126, 127, 128. There's a lot of turnover with skilled patients, Medicare patients. The length of stay is short, so there's lots of reoccurring stays, you might say, that are happening.
I did have a conversation with Mr. King this past month since we last met, and his general, just really just talking about very general things, and he was extremely upbeat, as he usually is, but more so this last time. He seemed very pleased with how things were going, so I'll just give you that personal report that I talked with him. Any questions from Ms. Cook or the mayor? And if not, I need a motion to approve the report.
Motion to approve the report.
Mr. Jordan, thank you, sir. And a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Turner. Appreciate it. All in favor, if there's no discussion, please say aye.
Aye.
And opposed? Of course, there's none. Garrett, Health Department report. Reminding people as Ms. Garrett comes up, and good evening, Ms. Garrett, I know they won't want to tear their way from the television set watching us, but are we out in the last 30 minutes of early voting today? Is it?
Yeah, today's the last day.
Today's the last day. So if you're going to early vote, you better get to it, folks. Oh, Ms. Garrett, welcome. Always good to see you. And do you have a Health Department report? Appreciate it. Take it away.
Yes, sir. I have included our new year, so we're starting with the January numbers that are before you, and they're right on track for where we would expect we would be at this point in the year. Still seeing a high increase in our women's health and men's health programs due to lack of other resources in the community. We have quite a bit of increase in those areas. And also just a little update on the building in Smyrna. We're moving right along. We hope to be done by October, and they have poured the foundation, and everything's going along as we expect. So that's exciting. See those changes.
I saw something in the paper this morning about yet another type of flu. Did you see that in the paper today?
Yes, I did read that.
How many?
Different strands. There's always multiple different
Yeah.
strands that affect us every year and affect differently. But the flu vaccine that we gave this year does seem to be combating that pretty well. Even though it may not match the exact strain, a lot of times it still helps you fight off the flu.
Questions?
Move to approve the report.
Thank you, Commissioner Phillips. I need a second for approval, please. Commissioner Soriano. All in favor, if there's no further comments, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And opposed, and there are none. Gary?
Okay, thank you.
Easy enough tonight,
Sure.
wasn't it?
Yes, sir.
Special projects report, Ms. Jolly. Ms. Jolly will be reading the report verbatim, word for word. It'll take about 30 seconds. Things are getting pretty thin down there, aren't they? Ms. Jolly, please, thank you.
On page 3, you can see on the report where the money came in, so we've got all the source of funds, where that's been showing a variance, that's all. That's the biggest thing to show you on this report,
What are you showing us again on 3?
where the money came in, where we got our money in now. If you looked at last month's report, all that was on the bottom row.
All Mr. Clardy has to do is spend it all, right? Yeah.
I will.
We've had this report for about a week, and it used to be rather lengthy, didn't it?
Yeah.
But our construction is now Stewart's Creek and Eagleville, of course, and it's probably the worst month of the year for construction, I guess, but at any rate, the Eagleville addition has been about 11%, something like that, nearly 12, and right at the same thing for Stewart's Creek, about what it was last month, so it's like construction going along okay. Are there any other questions or comments from Ms. Jolly? She said, we have her here now, she's the expert on this, she knows where every dime is. Yes, you do, don't be modest, you know exactly where it all is. If there is nothing, I need a motion to approve, please.
So moved.
Ms. Cook, thank you. Turner, thank you for the second. Any other questions or comments?
You hand it one down.
Okay, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye. Put your forward, sure.
And opposition, and there is none. Thank you, Ms.
Hand one
Jolly.
down.
Well done
As
as always. Mr. Sandvik is with us this evening, but he's here just as an observer, and we're always glad to see him. He does not have any school board business tonight, or amendments, or anything.
But I will next month.
Will next month, yes, and, okay, we'll look forward to that. So there is no school board business and amendments, so I know how disappointed all of us are. Santa, we just love to hear you talk. And anything else? I have a couple of things under new business I'd like to share with you, and I'll just go ahead. Well, one thing in the Daily News Journal this week.
Mr. Chairman, I'm sorry.
Yes,
I had
I'm
a
sorry.
question. I don't know if
Excuse
Mr. Sandvik can answer it or not, but I was curious if there was any new applications that have been submitted for the superintendent position that we were aware of. I know
I
they,
can't answer that at this point.
okay. I just was curious if any,
You're not on the team.
He's staying out of it.
okay, that's
Yeah.
fine.
I'll
Okay.
stay out of that.
Probably a
I don't want to even bring you into it. That's
Wise
perfect.
move.
Yeah, that's-
Unless Mrs. Michaels or Mr. Gill wants me at one of those special
Sure.
meetings, I don't go.
I understand.
Further proof as to how smart you are. We really didn't need any more proof, but we seem to have more. I think, though, that, and you all can help me out as much as I can help you out maybe on this, but we're looking at like first couple of weeks in March, are we not, for, I don't know that they're gonna announce anything about who has applied to the general
That
public.
is my understanding.
Usually until the application period closes, I wouldn't
Yeah,
think
that's
they
what I
would
was-
divulge anything.
March 15th, or something like that?
15th, 19th, something like that, yeah,
Okay.
it seemed like.
Okay, we're under new business now, and this was in the Daily News Journal this, just a few days ago, and I thought I would just bring this to your attention and the attention of the general public. It was congratulations to the Rutherford County Schools, the teachers who earned all fives from the Tennessee Department of Education for 3 years of value-added gains. The teachers received the highest scores possible for the measurement of student improvement on standardized tests in grades 3 through 12. And there's a little bit more information about that, but I thought that was absolutely, well, you can't do any better. That's perfect. So that's, again, we're talking about Mr. Sandvik a minute ago, further proof that I think that our teachers and schools, principals and staff are doing an excellent job. Also this past week, I'll give the camera a chance, I'm not sure where it is, I guess it's right there. Elizabeth Church at the central office gave me copies of the writings about the teachers of Rutherford County Schools. This is the 2011 edition, and then also the writings 2012 from our students. it's more than, they're poems, they're short stories, et cetera, and also some illustrations in both of these books, and they are both excellent. And the Jennings Jones Foundation helps with the funding of this, as well as Rutherford County taxpayers. And both of these books I haven't read all of both of them, have read some selections, they're excellent. Just very enlightening, and I thoroughly enjoyed that. You can get these, by the way, they are for sale through the Board of Education at a very nominal fee, and she told me what it was, and I've forgotten what it was. It's $8 or $10, something like that.
Something like that, right.
Well worth the money, and I think we as taxpayers could be proud of that, safely proud of a great deal of what's in there. Okay, any other new business at all that we need to discuss? Reminding you, April meeting will be at the Smyrna Health Department, and we haven't made our plans yet, but we will make some plans to go down early to visit the construction at Stewart's Creek High School, and as you're aware, we invited the entire commission to go along with us if they wanted to, and meet down there. We'll just talk about that next time and set up our timetable for Stewart's Creek. Okay, is there anything else from any other committee member?
Move to adjourn.
Thank you, Commissioner Phillips. Need a second, Ms. Cook. We are adjourned. Thank you so much, committee.